Hello everybody, Lucifera here. As I promised you, I will tell you more about a money jar with the seal of Purson. I have looked through my spells and now I have realized that Purson has helped me a lot. He has, if you feel stuck with regards to your finances, and want to attract more customers to you, you can work with Purson, and in this case, ask Purson to help you expand your activity and attract to you more people. And if you want to save money and cut down on your expenses, Purson is also a very good spirit to work with. And Purson will show you the way, get you unstuck out of a stuck situation. This is what I have realized now when I have looked through my spells with Purson. And this does not mean that the spells with Purson manifest right the next day. Sometimes a spell is running over a period of 1 year. And when you look back to the date when you did the spell, you realize how much you have done and how your situation has changed to the better. Because demons push us into action, it is our action that produces result. So here you see a money jar with so much sun, with rice, cinnamon, and other ingredients. Purson comes from the sphere of Tagirion or Tagrarim on the cliphotic tree of life, and you can say that this clipha corresponds to the Sephira of Tiferet. So the ruling planet is Sun. Therefore, I used a yellow seal in this bottle. You see this yellow seal right there. It is. So I take baking paper. I do these spells. First of all, I want to say that I do these spells with Purson during Sundays, and also I aim to do these spells during the astrological hour of the sun. So now about the seal of Purson. I use ordinary baking paper and I put it on the PC screen. I find some seal of Purson on the internet and then put it on the PC screen and draw the contours. And then I place this baking paper with the seal of Purson. Like this, I use this kind of pen and press hard to get the contours on the yellow paper. When I have the contours on the yellow paper, then I use a pencil, a soft pencil, and I fill in the form. I draw the sketch of the seal. And at last I use a marker pen to draw out the final version of the seal. And for this spell, you will need money powder. I take, for example, one teaspoon of nutmeg, of powdered nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of powdered cinnamon. I mix all this. I place inside this cup coins and paper money and so on 24 hours before I begin the spell with Purson. Then I also use sunflower seeds, because sunflower is the plant of Tiferet and the solar sphere. And I use a large, huge security pin, and it is opened. I insert this opened security pin finally here into the jar so that my savings so that I am able to cut down on my expenses, and so that I develop a healthy habit of shopping and so on. To have money for a huge electricity bill that comes in suddenly and so on. I also use ordinary kitchen salt. I use plenty of rice, because rice symbolizes food, that there is always money for food in my family. I also use mint oil, because mint attracts money. I place 2 tablespoons of crushed mint into olive oil, a magnet, and 3 coins. I do this during a ritual. I prepare my money oil in this way. I also use a paper money bill and 6 coins. I keep this pot filled with coins and cinnamon and so on my stove always. So I take 6 coins from here. I summon Purson and I kind of activate his seal by the use of 4 elements that are on my altar. You don't see them here, but it's usually incense that represents air, then a fire candle represents the element of fire, and a little bit water represents the element of water, and a little bit salt represents the element of earth. So I pass this seal of Purson through all these 4 substances, and I ask the elements to cooperate with me. Then I summon Purson, and I explain to him that, for example, you can explain to him that if you feel stuck with regard to your business, please, Purson, get me unstuck, get me, make me move in the right direction, and Purson will guide you out of this financial mess. Or like sometimes we feel that the money is not coming in at all, so Purson is the demon to work with. And you then also compose your spell and copy it on a piece of paper, because you will read this spell during the ritual, and also tie it with the black thread here and place it into the jar inside all this, mixed with all this. So place in first salt, a little bit salt in the bottom of the jar to cover the bottom. Then place a little bit of sunflower seeds, a little bit of cinnamon. Here you see layers of cinnamon, a little bit of rice, and then read your spell to Purson and tie the spell into a small scroll with the black thread and drop it into the jar. Also, so much sun. Fold the seal of Purson. Yes, place blood on this seal of Purson and fold it like this into a scroll and stuff it into the jar. And then you can continue to build up your layers of rice and sunflower seeds and money powder and so on, and salt. And finally, take the largest security pin you can find and insert it like this in the middle of all this, like this, so that nobody can. It's a symbol for don't touch the money that we have for the food. And then you cap this jar, raise power, and project it into the jar, and never open the jar. And this spell guarantees that you will always have money for food, and your finances will only improve. You will become better and better at saving, and you will understand the value of money, and even your children and everybody in the family will understand the value of money. You will save money, you will be careful, and then of course Purson will guide you out of a stuck situation. For example, if you are just in a startup, you are trying so hard to start up your business and you have lots of ideas, but you don't know really how to do all this. So Purson will get you going in the right direction. He will point you in that direction where your potential customers are. So Purson is a good demon to work with. And of course you can make mojo bags with Purson for the purpose of enhancing your psychic abilities, to become better at reading the tarot cards and receiving kind of impressions of people, how they are, and so on. And I keep this kind of pot with charged coins. I do magic with them during a full moon night, and I ask for example, for prosperity and blessings and so on. I use a little bit money oil on these coins and a little bit of money powder, and then I also place this charged, everything is charged, on my stove, and it is a symbol that there is always food in my family. And well, this is it. This is a small video, and if you wonder which color candle you should burn, then well, burn yellow or burn white candle, or if you are doing this spell during the waning moon, you can burn a black candle to banish the lack of money, to banish the financial worry. And yes, this is it. Cap the jar and never open it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.